so damn scared about. Go wherever that slug is existing and drag his ass out, put handcuffs on him, and throw him in a jail cell.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the show. We have a great one planned for you today. And yes, there are plenty of woke lefties swimming in the liberal pool of madness, and we will get to that. But first, we need to thank today's sponsor. It is @Warrior Artist 2024. Yes, thank you very much, Warrior, for sponsoring yet another episode. In your ongoing contribution and support for this channel, it really does mean a lot. I promise you, my friend. And I hope that you are having an absolutely wonderful day today. Get out there and get some sunshine and live life a little bit. All right, we do have some peace in the Middle East thanks to President Trump. Yet some on the left think that he wants to start a civil war here in America. And we will get to all that and more. So let's get on with the rest of the show. Let's do it. News and nuts. News and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts. Have you ever seen a more beautiful cover of a newspaper? Not in my lifetime. That is absolutely awesome. God bless the peacemaker. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is. I believe this is one of the reasons why he was saved by the hand of God to have a second term. It's exactly to bring some peace in the Middle East, to bring home the hostages, which a year or two ago was absolutely unthinkable under Biden's regime. But let's listen to Jennifer Griffin. She has, it's part of her report on what was going on yesterday with everything that was happening in the Middle East. But she covers some of the hostages coming home, and it's better than I could do. So let's take a look.
Matan Zangauker's mother cried, "You are my life," upon seeing her son. Evyatar David, shown in Hamas propaganda videos, being forced to dig his own grave, embraced his parents. Twin brothers Gali and Ziv Berman, separated by Hamas, hugged upon seeing each other for the first time in 2 years. They were given matching jerseys from their favorite soccer team to wear on the helicopter flight from the IDF military base where their families gathered to meet them. Noah Argamani, separated from her boyfriend Avinatan Or on October 7th as both were dragged by Hamas terrorists into Gaza, had been waiting for him every day since her rescue last year. Alon Ohel, a musician whose piano became the symbol of his captivity, sat between his parents, holding the lyrics to a song which he told other hostages he wanted to hear upon his release. And Omri Miran reintroduced himself to his 2 daughters. They have few memories of him. As Air Force One approached Tel Aviv, down below a message of thanks from the Israeli people. Before landing, President Trump flew over Hostages Square, now renamed Freed Square, before traveling to Jerusalem, where he met the hostages' families, received Israel's highest civilian honor, and signed a message to the Israeli people, announcing today is a new beginning.
And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land.
After arriving to Jerusalem with a hero's welcome, President Trump went to Egypt to sign the Gaza peace plan to make it official. And, well, here is that moment. And he says that it took 3,000 years to get to this point. And I hope this holds. God willing, it will. Check it out.
Okay. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up. Okay, thank you. You can use my pen if you want. Have a pen? Want to use mine? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Let's get back to the show. Of course, the NPCs on the left, those that cannot think outside of the hive mind, well, they're not exactly happy with this whole ordeal. I mean, they're now out of work, apparently. They've been screaming for, stopping the genocide in Gaza. Well, President Trump just stopped it. So how can President Trump be a broker of peace, the biggest peace that the world has seen in generations, I would say? 3,000 years it's taken to get to that point, to this point. So how can they also say that he's Hitler? How can they also say that he wants to create a civil war here in America, but yet broker peace in the Middle East? I don't think those two things really mesh very well, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot.
What's your opinion on the ceasefire?
I just don't understand. Why are we stopping now? Like, this is my income. What am I supposed to do now?
Well, of course, that last clip was AI. Just want to make that disclaimer in case somebody thought that was real. It was not. But the message was real because there are hundreds of thousands of those NPC drones out there right now that are really having a conflict, because how can they call Orange Man bad, call President Trump Hitler when he just brokered peace, when he just brought back the hostages, when he just ended the genocide that they've been screaming about for the last few years now? He just ended it. Yet, I don't know. They're having real issues. There's a lot of silence on the left from a lot of these people. So it's interesting. All right, my friends, it is time. Yes, we have arrived at the liberal pool of madness. It is deep and we're jumping in. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
It wasn't enough to shut down the government. Now they are laying off over 4,000, firing, according to the president, 4,000 federal workers, and it is unclear how many, if any of them, will be eligible for rehire when the government opens up again. So let me get this straight. Okay. We are now firing 4,000 people potentially as retribution for a shutdown they started. We can't keep.
Oh my gosh, no.
Keep this shut down.
Yes.
Keep this shut down.
Yeah.
They will suffer more than we will. If we pull together as a community, I promise you, we can outlast this bullshit.
Really? You promise? All right, I'm going to hold you to it. But honestly, my friends, I kind of zoned out because I don't know about you, but I was kind of hypnotized or something by those wild raccoon eyes that she had. My goodness. Lay off on the eyeliner just a little bit. Vice President J.D. Vance is talking to a liberal that really has no idea just how racist she sounds, because their whole argument that at least the one that she's making is, you're deporting all of these people and it's affecting the workforce, and they're just worried about who's going to do all the construction, who's going to clean our toilets and pick our crops, who's going to do all the hard work that Americans don't want to do. You can't take away our slave labor, which is basically what this lady is saying, because that's really how the Democrats view illegals. They don't see them as people. They see them as basically cheap slave labor without the physical shackles. Anyways, check it out. It's really President, God willing, Vice President J.D. Vance really kind of takes her to task, takes her to school. I don't know, whatever analogy you want to use. He pretty much, makes the good argument. Anyways, I'm babbling. Take a look.
The reason that there is a housing crisis is that not enough houses have been built.
And that we have 25 million people who shouldn't be here.
Well, I mean, this is the thing.
I think it's both.
I know you do. I don't think that many people who look into this agree with you, but about a third of the construction workforce in this country is Hispanic. Of those, a large portion are undocumented. So how do you propose to build all the housing necessary that we need in this country by removing all the people who are working in construction?
Well, I think it's a fair question because we know that back in the 1960s when we had very low levels of illegal immigration, Americans didn't buy houses, didn't build houses. But of course they did. And I'm being sarcastic, of course, in service of a point, Lulu, the assumption that because a large number of home builders now are using undocumented labor, that's the only way to build homes. I think, again,
the country is much bigger.
Fundamental.
The need is much bigger. I mean, I'm not arguing in favor of illegal immigration. I'm asking how you would deal with the knock-on effect of your proposal to remove millions of people who work in a critical part of the economy.
Well, I think that what you would do is you would take, let's say, for example, the 7 million prime age men who have dropped out of the labor force, and you have a smaller number of women, but still millions of women prime age who have dropped out of the labor force. You absolutely could re-engage folks into the American labor market. This is, I think,
to work in construction?
Of course you could.
I mean, the unemployment rate is 4.1%. Most people who
unemployment rate, Lulu, this is important.
But most people who don't work can't work in the regular economy. They're in the military, they're parents, they're sick, they're old. They might not want to work in construction.
The unemployment rate does not count labor force participation dropouts. And again, this is one of the really deranged things that I think illegal immigration does to our society is it gets us in a mindset of saying we can only build houses with illegal immigrants when we have 7 million, just men, not even women, just men who have completely dropped out of the labor force. People say, well, Americans won't do those jobs. Americans won't do those jobs for below the table wages. They won't do those jobs for non-living wages. But people will do those jobs. They will just do those jobs at certain wages. And think about this from the perspective of an American company, okay? I want them to go searching in their own country for their own citizens. Sometimes people who may be struggling with addiction or trauma, get them re-engaged in American society. We cannot have an entire American business community that is giving up on American workers and then importing millions of illegal laborers. That is what we have thanks to Kamala Harris's border policies. I think it's one of the biggest drivers of inequality. It's one of the biggest reasons why we have millions of people who have dropped out of the labor force. Why try to re-engage an American citizen in a good job if you can just import somebody from Central America who's going to work under the table for poverty wages? It is a disgrace, and it has led to the evisceration of the American middle class.
Look, TikTok, all I'm saying is that Antifa means anti-fascism.
What did you say?
Okay, and if you fight against Antifa, you fight for fascism.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And if you fight for fascism, you're a bad person.
What, are you retarded?
Timothy Honey says, poor dumb soul. Superman says, we call ourselves the anti-bad guy squad and we label our opponents the bad guys. How can people not understand this? We can never be terrorists because we're fighting the bad guys. It's so simple to understand. Everything we do is justified because of our name. Oh my gosh, that really, really simplifies it for everybody to understand. Chris says, guess I'm a fascist F-tard and F off. That's funny.
Don't ever talk to me about it. You put your hands on me, sir. I'm going to file a police report against you. You already got it. You put your hand on me, sir. You pushed me, mother. I didn't do shit to you. Shut the up, you fat pig. You're like, you got room to talk. Shut the up. Who are you talking? You. Stay out of it.
Well, it's really nice to see the mental health of the left is in full decline. But seriously, my friends, these people need help.
White House is confirming, saying that they are not planning on paying back furloughed employees during this government shutdown. If you are currently a federal employee thinking you're gonna get paid back for your work, you're not. You should leave. That shit, girl.
Imagine receiving an email from your kid's school teacher asking you not to pack pork in their lunches anymore because it has become offensive to some of the children who are in the class. Some parents are writing emails to the teachers saying that there are Canadian kids showing up with bacon and ham in their sandwiches, and that's offensive to their religion. Just imagine that for a second. It's a school, not a refugee camp.
All right, that's absolutely insane. Look, if my son or daughter, which I don't have, but if I did have, and I got some kind of letter from the school saying you cannot make ham sandwiches or have bacon on like a BLT or something for lunch because it offends the Muslim kids, I'm sorry, but from that point on, my kid is having the biggest, thickest ham sandwiches with bacon on top of that. I'm going to put little rolled up pieces of bacon in their front pockets and in their jacket pockets. I'm going to give them just baggies full of bacon bits to eat during during class. I'm going to make some nice bacon necklaces, some nice bacon jewelry, maybe slather some bacon grease on their neck just to give them a little, freshen up for the day. Look, that would be it. I'm sorry, we need to stop this craziness because it is slowly creeping. Well, it's in Canada, pretty much claws are in, but it's heading for America. And it's happening right now. This is a cancer and we need to stop it. And no offense to any of the peaceful Muslims, because I know that you are out there, but this is for the radical Islamic side of your religion. And there are a lot of those people. Those are the ones we need out, and we need to get them out right now.
Trump is actively trying to start a civil war in America, and he has. We are on the brink of going into civil war. And before you say that I'm being dramatic and I don't know what I'm talking about, he had Texas, a state that agrees with all of his policies, agrees with everything that he says, and will go along with his fascist regime. He told them to deploy their National Guard into Illinois, a state that doesn't agree with Trump, and he is twisting a narrative saying that protesters are out of hand, saying that these blue states are out of hand, that they're violent, that they're a threat to the country, when in reality, they're not. It's peaceful protesting. What makes those protests dangerous are the ICE agents, are the National Guard that are sent there and violently take down the protest. Why would he do this? This makes no sense. Why would he do this? If there's a civil war, there will be no elections. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? If there is a civil war, there will be no elections, which means that Trump and the people that he has placed into other offices will be there until the war is done. There is no voting them out. There's nothing. There's none of that. Trump is actively making himself a dictator. To do what? To, in the most blatant way I can, perpetuate the fascist regime.
All right, well, you just watched on full display the cognitive dissonance that's happening with these lefties because Trump is actually performing peace. He's brokering peace in the Middle East. He's getting hostages released. I believe all of the living ones were released yesterday. But this knucklehead is still saying, no. He wants to become a dictator. He wants to have full control. He wants to have an authoritarian government here, create a civil war here in the United States. But man, the rest of the world, let's make it all peaceful and good. But not in America. No. We're going to turn this into a dystopian, nightmarish hellscape. All with the King Trump as the dictator figurehead. Because Orange Man bad. I don't know. These people are just absolutely retarded. I'm sorry.
Why aren't we shooting back at them? Can anybody explain that to me? What, like, I don't own a firearm, but if I saw an ICE agent, it would brick right to their dome. So why are the armed citizens not shooting back at them? Just a question.
The ICE people, they're not going to get it until their families start getting harassed, detained, assaulted. Once you start kicking their mama in the cooch, then they might sit down and be like, you know what? Maybe we should leave other people's families the alone.
Because they really think that we're scared. They really think they're coming up and intimidating somebody. You got some ID on you? You bitch. Eat a hoe. Because I could follow you around this public street as long as I want to. And guess what? I can have my camera on you as much as I want to. And you can't do shit but eat, bitch. And that's all you're going to have to eat. Because guess what? You can't eat in Chicago. Bitch can barely take a piss. Hope you up for having fun. Walk around in your Pampers. I am.
So I have not eaten in the last almost 2 days. Because I have no money. I have nothing. I have no food in my house. I don't even have anything to drink. I have water, tap water. That's what I've been. I'm so hungry. I feel like faint. And there's nothing I can do. I have no one to turn to. So it's just like insane to me. I just have to sit here and just be hungry. And people will just say, well, that's your fault. You chose that. Okay. Yeah, I chose this right now. And that's another thing. So if I ever do die, if I decide to do myself, I don't want people, especially in my family, to be front row at my funeral crying. Because when I was here, you didn't help me. You refused to help me. It's just, I don't know. This world is we're
Arrest him. Arrest him now. What are you motherfuckers so damn scared about? Go wherever that slug is existing and drag his ass out, put handcuffs on him, and throw him in a jail cell. What are you afraid of? For God's sakes, are you so scared for your own little personal life that you're going to let the rest of the country get totally over? You too. Democrats, you. There's a handful in there that are actually trying to do something. The rest of you feckless, spineless pieces of shit, we're going to vote your asses out too. Shame on all you ignorant motherfuckers.
Woof, Grandma, do you kiss your grandchildren with that mouth? My goodness. But seriously, my friends, while President Trump is brokering peace, they're calling for his arrest. So the libs, they don't want peace. All they want is power. Well, once you see it, you can't not see it. It's pretty creepy, actually. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Let's get back to the show. With all this faux outrage paid by Soros and friends in Portland and Chicago against ICE, well, here's a slightly different perspective from a couple of people that live in Memphis. And are they just absolutely frothing at the mouth with anger because the streets are getting cleaner and safer for them? Well, no, they're not. And that is actually what the average person in any of these cities think. Anyways, take a look. It's pretty enlightening to know just how thankful some of these people are for the help that President Trump is giving in cleaning up their cities and their states. Check it out.
All I want to say is, Trump, you're doing your big thing, man. We got the kids back outside on their bikes. The lawnmower's back going, the dog's back barking. Memphis is looking real good out here, man. Hey, man, you did your big one, man. Appreciate you for helping cleaning up Memphis. Hey, MPD, well, I don't even know what to say about y'all. I done walked to the store. Y'all got me a bag of ice. I ain't walked to the store in about 20 years. You ain't got to worry about no pow, pow, pow. You ain't got to worry about no ducking. You ain't got to worry about them fins doing all that old shit. Man, it's beautiful. I'm talking about the traffic back going. I'm talking about the kids back outside. Hey, make Memphis great again, damn me. Hey, it's a good thing, man. I love when the plan come together. Hey, Tag Force, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Trump, y'all keep doing what you're doing. National Guard, y'all keep doing what you're doing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think it's true time. I was against pretty much everything that was coming towards Memphis. I was against this National Guard, all these different police units, all this military, all this. I was against all this shit coming to the end, right? Especially when I was the one learning shit about Memphis and how the crime been down 25% than it has in like hella years and shit. Like Memphis been doing good. We just had the most peaceful summer in a long little time. Just for these folks to still come with this shit. I was against this shit, bro. And then I seen the numbers after the first week of rounding up niggas. These folks then got 16 convicted murderers off the streets in 1 week. Black people. I know there's a lot of Memphis folks talking about all the niggas gone now and they over here, the police pulling over all the good, hard-working people. Hey, if that was the case, I'm sorry. But I can't wholeheartedly say they doing a bad thing now. Now that I just seen them numbers, bro. I'm just be honest. And I'm a real Memphis nigga. I love my city. I love once again, nigga, this where I'm at. As I wait on the motherfucking bud, I'm in the heart of this shit. I love this shit. But I would be lying if I ain't just read them numbers and say, damn, that's a good thing for Memphis. So, I'm out of this, y'all. I ain't got no more commentary on this National Guard shit being here, the police, the over police. I ain't got shit to say to that, bro, because it's kind of hard for me to say they doing us wrong when they really getting convicted murderers. And fellas with guns off the street, bro. Hey, bro. Y'all just be easy, bro. Be easy.
Up next, we have an absolute idiot that is just trying to get his mug in front of the camera, making outlandish claims that the fence that was put up in Illinois to protect a little bit better the ICE facility there in Broadview, I believe it is. This buffoon is comparing this fence that is put up for the safety of the ICE agents to the Berlin Wall. What an absolute retarded idiot. I don't know. Look, this is just absolute hyperbolic, stochastic terrorism on display, trying to stoke fears in his constituents and whoever is willing to listen. He's putting out that message that into the hive mind to permeate all the little brains of the NPC left, that this is just yet another thing to be outraged over. And really, this is a nothing burger. Check it out.
American president actually ordered an iron fence to be erected in American City. Just as the Berlin Wall did in 1961, this fence stands as a symbol of division. This fence is a symbol of dividing families. This fence is a symbol of dividing communities. This fence is a symbol of dividing Americans. And this fence is a symbol of denying American constitutional rights.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
This fence is also a distraction. Let's be clear. This fence is a distraction and a reinforcement of the havoc Trump has wreaked on our nation. We must pull back all of these fences and all of these barriers to the American dream.
What the hell did you just say?
Mr. Trump, tear down this fence now. Tear it down. Tear down this symbol of division. Tear down this symbol of destruction. Tear it down and tear it down now.
Donnerhan says, uncanny, almost identical, except one is to keep people in and the other people out. This is so stupid to even say they're remotely the same. It's like, these Democrats, I can't take it anymore. I can't. Look, I'm sorry. I gotta go there. I gotta go to my good place. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. All right. I think I'm better. All right. Well, let's get on to what some other people have to say about this absolute stupid person. Gosh, this guy. Just Tom at WT Fish says, too bad his constituents have no clue about the Berlin Wall nor President Reagan. Yes. Yeah, he totally invoked President Reagan when he said, tear down this fence. When President Reagan back, I think it was the early 90s, 90, 89, 90, something like that, when he was talking to President Gorbachev, who at the time was the president, I guess it was technically still the Soviet Union, I believe. Anyways, he said, tear down this wall. Shortly afterward, it did. But this Dem right here is not President Reagan. And this fence is not the Berlin Wall. So he's just, I don't know, he's being stupid. All right, Ultra Uncle T says, whenever a dummycrat says, let's be clear, that means you're about to hear some stupid crap. I think that's totally true. K. Scott Peel says, I'm old enough to remember Democrats building a fence around our nation's capital immediately following their January 6th psyop. Yeah, and that lasted for months. They brought in the troops. They built that huge fence. Yeah, total. Good point. Good point, Scott. Wendy Knight says, your party is a symbol of division. You can't compare a fence around a building to the Berlin Wall and what that stood for. You people are crazy. It's time for Dave's Detox.
How you doing?
Okay.
Ow!
Typical cat. I don't know if he likes that or doesn't like that. That's funny.
I don't know, guys. I don't think you're practicing your social distance.
What is going on with those snakes? Oh no. Okay, buddy, what? Why are you crying? Aw. Cats. Aw, how cute. Oh, that's cute. What? You do not want a dog that knows how to open up the gate. Oh gosh. Didn't even flinch. What? What's going on? That bison does not like that bale of hay. Jeez. I think they need 2 bowls of food there. Oh, wow. Is that an albino kangaroo? Interesting. No. What?
Please don't bite me.
Oh boy. Oh wow. How did that happen?
Hey, buddy.
What a good Samaritan.
Oh my gosh.
Aww. All right, my friends, that is it for today. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. And for all those that subscribed, thank you very much. And if you hit that thumbs up button, I appreciate it. It really does help with the algorithm. Let's try to hit 500. That would be great. And if you decided to share the video today, the episode, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, and before you take off, there are going to be a couple of videos popping up here somewhere right around here. Check it out. Check them out. I think you'll like it. All right, until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.